Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This video today is a tutorial on how to remove an automatic transmission on a rear-wheel drive vehicle. It's a Chevy 1500 Silverado, not four-wheel drive. So if you do have a four-wheel drive vehicle or an all-wheel drive or front-wheel drive vehicle, this tutorial may not work for you. So this one specifically is for rear-wheel drive automatic transmissions. And more specifically, this is going to be the 4L60E, the infamous 4L60E. So first off, a few things you're going to need: transmission jack, creeper never hurts, jack stands, wheel chocks, some water if you're going to be working outside like me, a long extension, an impact drill, sockets, some gloves, ratchet, wrenches, crowbar, an adjustable wrench, torque wrench, breaker bar. All right, so the very first thing we're going to do, emergency brake on. Pop the hood, disconnect the battery, there we go. No more power to the vehicle. Now we'll chalk up the wheels. Now we'll get the car jacked up to the right height. So we got the truck in the air. Gonna give it a good little shake to make sure it's secure. Seems pretty good. We're gonna leave the jack under it just for extra security. You can never be too safe under a vehicle, especially a truck. Now we're gonna disconnect all of the electrical components. Let's see what we got under here. All right, so first thing I'm gonna do, I usually don't do this in any specific order, it's just whatever I feel is easiest. So we're gonna undo the shift linkage. So you'll need a 15mm for that. This is probably gonna move once you go to loosen it. You're just gonna wiggle this bad boy off of there. Okay, and so to remove this from the bracket, usually there's a pin that goes in here. But of course, with my luck, I lost my pin, so I just threw a zip tie through there. That keeps this from moving out, as well as these little tabs right here. So just gonna grab a pair of scissors and cut the ties, literally. Easy enough. As I mentioned before, these tabs right here, you're just gonna push those in. There you go. You push that in and then push this through, and you can set the linkage aside. Get out of my way and out of my life. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and disconnect all the O2 sensors. To do that, you're just gonna follow them from the bungs. These are the bungs, like a bung hole. So you just flip this little tab up, and yep, it'll come right out. So I believe there's 4. We got all 4 of them disconnected. We're gonna have to remove the neutral safety switch as well. So we'll just go ahead and disconnect those electronics. All these tabs are pretty much the same. So you just flip this. Ow! You can remove this neutral safety switch if you want to, but you know what? I don't feel like it, so I'm not gonna. We're gonna go ahead and disconnect the main harness. Oh, that was easy. And then, the output speed sensor. You just push this tab down and pull it down. All right, so now we're ready to take the starter out. So where the engine meets the transmission, usually where the starter is. So you can see these two 13mm bolts right there. There we go. So now that the starter is out, right here is the transmission pan dipstick. So you're gonna want to go like in the engine bay and pull this out, because there's no leverage here to just push it. So you're gonna go ahead and pull the actual dipstick. And now we're gonna remove the dipstick tube. All right, so we got the transmission jack to hold the transmission up. So once we remove this, the transmission won't fall, the jack will catch it, and hold it up. So these are, there's a nut on one side. On the other side are the bolt heads. So you're gonna have to hold these while you loosen it on the other side. Alright, so as you can see here, I got the nut off, but we're going to leave the bolt in just because if you have this side loosened, it's going to fall and put all the pressure on the other side. We're going to keep those bolts in so it kind of holds the mount up by itself. Alright, so now that we got the trans mount down, we're going to go ahead and take the front part of the exhaust out. Alright, so to take part of the exhaust off, we took the nuts off from here, which you saw, and now there's 3 nuts here on the collector, and then the same thing on the other side. So you just loosen those and the exhaust should come right down. Alright, so now that we got the exhaust out, we're going to go ahead and drop and take out the drive shaft, just the front part. Alright, so that is how you remove a an automatic transmission. Specifically, again, this is for the Silverado 1500 two-wheel drive, so no transfer case or anything like that. But yeah, this is the 4L60E. Another thing I forgot to mention is before you get started, it's a good idea to drain all of the fluid. It's not absolutely necessary, but it makes the transmission a little lighter, and it decreases the risk of you spilling transmission fluid all over your driveway. So if you guys, if this tutorial helped you at all, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.